The following broadcast is a copyrighted production of 412 Communications. Any non-personal retransmission of this broadcast without the express written consent of 412 Communications is hereby prohibited.
After some October struggles, the Delaware Blue Hens men's Division I ACHA team returns home to Fred Rust Arena after earning 4 of a possible 6 points at the ACHA Chicago Showcase with wins against Mary and Illinois. And here tonight, from the friendly confines of Fred Rust Arena, they host the Golden Flashes of Kent State University in the first half of a 2-game weekend series, and we're glad to have all of you with us here on the Delaware Hockey Network, brought to you by the law office of Heather Ray Long. James Witherite joining you from the 412 Communications broadcast box for some Friday night hockey in the First State. And finally, it starts to feel a little bit more like winter as we had our first snowfall of the season earlier this morning, and at the bottom of the hour, we'll have our first puck drop in this Delaware Blue Hens doubleheader on the Delaware Hockey Network tonight. Coming up later, the Men's Division II Delaware side taking on Penn State in the first half of a weekend series. But the story in front of us right now, a homecoming for Salesianum alum, Team Maryland alum Nicholas Falkowski, who wearing an alternate captain's A for Kent State, has recorded 7 assists in 17 games played. The cornerstone of a stay-at-home defense for the Golden Flashes coming into the First State 10-7-1 on the year. The big name to look out for, Cornell Kybus, 15 goals, 18 assists, 33 points. He is second on this team in terms of scoring. The powerhouse is Nick Kataya with 23 goals and 16 helpers, 2 points a game for number 27 in Kent State Navy. And between the pipes tonight, we'll see Matthew Weiss, 6-4-0 on the year with a .285 goals against average and a save percentage of .929. On the Delaware side of the red line, Jacob Snellenberg, the old standby between the pipes, the grad student from Meadowbrook, Pennsylvania, brings a 6-5-0 record back to home ice with a .318 goals against average and a save percentage of .904. And the story of this team so far has been the offensive productivity of the newcomers, including Thomas Weeks, first-year Blue Hen out of Middletown, Delaware, encroaching on point-a-game territory from the blue line. Mason Moore and Leighton Baisadecki will start at forward alongside Tanner Mahoney. Moore and Bisadecki together have combined to account for 14 Delaware goals in their first season in blue and gold. And Tanner Mahoney, the veteran from Venetia, Pennsylvania, right up there near point-of-game territory as well. 9 goals and 7 helpers in 17 games in a Blue Hen sweater this season. We're going to take a quick timeout here on the Delaware Hockey Network. When we come back, we'll take you inside the glass for tonight's opening introductions. You're watching Delaware Blue Hens, ACHA Hockey on the Delaware Hockey Network, and it's all brought to you by the law office of Heather A. Long.
Recovery from an injury on the job or in a car accident can be overwhelming. The expert team at the law office of Heather A. Long can carefully explain your options and advocate for you through the process of claims, proceedings, and settlements. To schedule your free consultation today, call the law office of Heather A. Long at 302-466-5664 or visit injuryde.com.
There's nothing all-American quite like a good old-fashioned barbecue. Sid's Barbecue and Jerky brings the most tender and flavorful pulled pork, brisket, and barbecue chicken to the tri-state area and is sure to turn your next gathering into a truly all-American event. Visit Sid's on Ridge Road in Claymont, Delaware, or place your next catering order at sidsbbqandjerky.com.
Modern media is everyone shouting for attention and no one hearing a thing. Broadcast to social, print to digital, 412 Communications has the solution to get you heard. Want to know more? Visit 412communications.com today.
Whether you're a competitive athlete or a weekend warrior, a sports medicine physician is an important player on your health team. With years of experience treating high school, collegiate, professional, and everyday athletes, Dr. Brad Bly of Delaware Sports Medicine is the specialist you need to achieve personal bests and lead a healthier lifestyle. And with clinics in both Wilmington and Townsend, Delaware Sports Medicine is here for every athlete in your family. Visit desportsmed.com today to learn more.
Recovery from an injury on the job or in a car accident can be overwhelming. The expert team at the law office of Heather A. Long can carefully explain your options and advocate for you through the process of claims, proceedings, and settlements. To schedule your free consultation today, call the law office of Heather A. Long at 302-466-5664 or visit injuryde.com.
And welcome back inside Fred Rust Arena. Go time. Blue Hens and Golden Flashes in their first of two ACHA Men's Division I games this season. We're going to take you inside the glass right now to meet our starting lineups. Hockey fans, once again, good evening and welcome to Fred Rust Arena on the campus of the University of Delaware. Tonight, the American Collegiate Hockey Association presents a Men's Division I regular season game between the visiting Golden Flashes of Kent State University and your University of Delaware Blue Hens. Let's meet tonight's starting lineups. For the visiting Golden Flashes of Kent State University, starting in goal, number 30, Matthew Weiss. On defense, number 2, J.J. Creighton. And number 17, Kyle Holmes. At left wing, number 21, TJ Avellino. At right wing, number 18, Liam Norton. And starting at center, number 8, Cole Bianchin. Now let's meet the starting six for your University of Delaware Blue Hens. Starting on defense from Warminster, Pennsylvania, number 26, Luke Panapresso. And from Los Angeles, California, number 3, Daniel Bird. Starting at left wing from Spring Lakes, New Jersey, number 29, Leighton Bajsatecki. At right wing from Lidditz, Pennsylvania, number 9, Mason Moore. Starting at center from Venetia, Pennsylvania, number 36, Tanner Mahoney. And starting in goal from Meadowbrook, Pennsylvania, number 35, Jacob Snellenberg. Your Blue Hens are coached by Todd Middlemeyer, Jason Page, Dominic Lignelli, and Mark Zezut, assisted by student manager Ellie Bates. The on-ice officials for this evening's game, as appointed by the American Collegiate Hockey Association, are referees Steve Cannon and John Zadunkowitz, and linespeople Jack Frambies and Bryce Lindsay. Fans, at this time, we ask that you please direct your attention to the American flag located directly above center ice, as we honor the United States of America and those who defend this nation with the Star-Spangled Banner. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave? o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave. And with no further ado, it's time to play the game. Delaware clad in their home whites, traveling left to right here in opening period play. Kent State in their away Navy kits moving right to left the way we see it. Gold KSU diagonally down the front of the sweater, gold numbers on the back and sleeves. A fresh sheet of ice before us here at Fred Rust Arena. And the Hens looking to carry forward momentum after winning 2 of 3 in Chicago the weekend before Thanksgiving. Wins against the University of Mary and the University of Illinois, both in extra time. Followed then by a 4-2 loss to Michigan Dearborn, but Hens back on home ice, looking to get back on a winning track, and they take the opening faceoff. Danny Berg plays this up the near boards, and it will come back an icing. Just 12 seconds into the contest. Long shot from the point off the stick of Kyle Holmes. Sailed wide. Hens clear. Bajsadecki recovers at his own blue line. But he cycles to Panapresso. Panapresso pulling back behind his own goal. Breakout pass intended for Mason Moore was intercepted by Bianchin. He takes a body at the near half boards from Panapresso, and Mahoney dipsy doodles his way through traffic up the near boards to gain the Kent State blue line, but he found himself outnumbered. Cross ice feed intended for Bajsadecki was well off its intended target. And we've got a puck out of play. Attacking zone draw coming up for the Blue Hens. 49 seconds into the first period of a scoreless hockey game. Warner across to Gott in neutral territory. That pass near side was intercepted by Kataya and flipped in deep behind the Delaware goal, where Brady Burke recovers. Burke to Gott. Here's a 2-on-2. Liam Gott. Lazy shot, stick checked offline by the Delawarean Nicholas Falkowski. And here comes Kataya flashing back up the left dots for Kent State, but into a 1-on-3. A Warner stick check separated him from the puck, and Weeks floated it back to center. Thrown back in by Hale from the red line. Flashes change. Snellenberg steadies, and Weeks will wait behind his own goal just over a minute and a half into the proceedings. Weeks could not find Boyd cleanly on the breakout. Puck contested just above the Delaware blue line. Walked back in by Sanchez. There's the first shot of the game. It came from Bryson Miller. On the Kent State side, steadied by Snellenberg. And here's Austin Vecchio leading a Delaware counterattack together with Chance DeBolt. The Kent State defense caught up to that pair of Blue Hens, and clearing back to center was Brady Hall. Weeks gains the center line. Long shot was well wide, batted down by Matthew Weiss, and he freezes for the pause. 17:42 to go in the first period. Attacking zone draw coming up for Delaware, who bring their fourth line on. Alex Infanger. In for the attacking zone draw. But this is driven back to center where Berg recovers. Hardcarum shot played into the far corner where Spinelli is met by Holmes. Back near side at the half boards. Infanger could not maintain for Delaware. Panapresso will start it back up in the neutral zone. Advancing the puck to Spinelli up the left wing wall. And in behind the cage it goes to Kent State's J.J. Creighton, confronted by the forechecking Alex Infanger. Parker steadies. This is advanced to Barry, who tried to walk the puck clear, but ran into heavy neutral zone resistance from the Hens. Kolpian was slowed up at the Delaware line. Infanger back across neutral territory, regaining the Kent State zone. Berg and Spinelli working to hold the near point. This is chipped out of harm's way by Creighton. Back into neutral territory. Burke leaves the puck to the accelerating Tanner Mahoney, who bulldozes his way into the Kent State zone. He tried to walk one in from point-blank range, but he was stood up by Matthew Weiss, hugging that near post. Burke out-hustled to the puck by Avellino, who had support from Bianchin. Centering pass into the slot. The shot from Storty is in. So Nick Storty, the former Philadelphia Little Flyer, opens the scoring for the Kent State Golden Flashes, striking first, 3 minutes and 35 seconds into the first period. Here it comes again on the 412 Communications Instant Replay. Nick Storty with his first of the season. Indeed, should it stand. And we're going to watch it again from our vantage point. Was it Storty or was it Norton? It was Liam Norton with the goal number 18. So our eyes deceived us. And for Liam Norton, that is his 5th of the season. Putting the Golden Flashes up early in the first. Kent State goal, 5th of the season, scored by number 18, Liam Norton. Assisted by number 8, Colby Bianchin, and number 21, TJ Avellino. Time of the goal, 3 minutes, 35 seconds in the first period. Norton's 5th from Bianchin and Avellino at 3:35. And the Flash is looking for a second as Jack Hale walks his way out of traffic, but ran out of space net front. Got to low the other way. Puck floated in. Panapresso walking up the right wing boards, gets one on net. This is covered and held for a pause in action by Weiss, and the face-off will come to his left with 15:22 to go in the first period of this 1-0 game. Hens trying to prolong their attacking momentum, but Tracy pulled the puck back into the neutral zone. His fellow Hens could not regroup. And here come the Golden Flashes, led by Kataya back the other way. Kataya trying to walk through traffic, was slowed up by an Austin Vecchio poke check. Tracy with time and space near side. That time and space ran out as Creighton played the body on him. But Tracy was able to clear, and here's a 2-on-1 if the Hens hurry. Vecchio across to Berg, who blew a tire at the near half wall, and Kataya recovers the puck for the Golden Flashes, setting up a 2-on-2 of their own. Hale takes a hip check from Panapresso at the far corner boards, separating him from the puck. Hale tracks it back down at the top of the far circle. Here's Falkowski winding up from the left point. He threw the puck off the backboards. Net front trying to finish was Kataya, but Snellenberg said no. Coming to the 6-minute mark of the first of this 1-0 game, advantage Kent State over the Blue Hens of Delaware in their first game back from the Thanksgiving break and the first half of a 2-game set between these two sides to bring the 2025 portion of the calendar to a close. Falkowski and Tracy at the center of this puck battle, former Team Maryland teammates, separated by maybe a season or two and a Snellenberg freeze. After that battle breaks up, will lead to a face-off right in front of us. 13:59 to go in the first. And the Golden Flashes have turned momentum in their favor the last few minutes. The goal from Liam Norton, certainly a help to establish the tone from the Golden Flashes' perspective, and they've got a 1-0 lead. Warner steers the puck away from the forechecking Adrian Sanchez. And the whistle of Steve Cannon sounds. What have we got? Looks like a puck out of play and a face-off again coming to Snellenberg's right with 13:29 to go in opening period action. Burke scrapping for the puck alongside Hall. This played out as far as the line by Warner. Shot at the point from Osterschell was blocked. Coughlin and Sanchez race down the puck in the far corner of the Kent State zone. This is cleared off the near glass by a Hall backhand, leading to a 2-on-2 and a hard shot from Bryson Miller. At the top of the left circle, sailed just wide of Snellenberg's cage into the far corner. There's Hall surrounded by white sweaters. He tried to play it up to the point, nobody home. Creighton regains at center, and the Hens will change as Creighton leads the re-entry. Drop pass to Avellino. Back to Creighton it comes, steered behind the net by Weeks. Bobbling the puck at the top of the right circle was Norton, looking for a second goal. Couldn't get a clean shot away. The Hens take this back. Weeks to Moore. Stretch pass to Bajsadecki, didn't connect, and this will come back an icing. If you've been injured on the job or in a car accident, you know just how challenging and overwhelming the recovery process can be. And that's why having a trusted and caring representative by your side is essential to help you navigate the complex world of workers' compensation and personal injury. The law office of Heather A. Long will guide you through every step of the process, from filing your claim to representing you in hearings and appeals. To schedule a free consultation, call the law office of Heather A. Long at 302-466-5664 or visit injuryde.com. Presenting partners of the Delaware Hockey Network, here once again of the 25-26 season. The long Bianchin shot was paddled away by Snellenberg. And Finn Boyd leads the breakout for the Hens, throwing the puck in close. This covered up and held by Weiss for a pause in play. Some post-whistle aggression that the lads had to get out. But nothing too much the worse for wear. Delayed offside off the face-off, as signaled by linesperson Bryce Lindsay. Forcing the Hens to pull back and reset, but got with a takeaway. Here a shot from the low setup in the low slot, but it was wide. Weeks took aim. This is in. So the Hens have tied it up. 6 minutes and 25 seconds into the first period. Watching it again. Low with the net front feed. The first shot didn't make it, but Weeks taking aim from the point. came up with the equalizer. From just inside the blue line, Thomas Weeks. More than proving his worth on this Delaware team. A point-a-game blue liner, connecting for his 7th of the season to bring the Hens back on level pegging. Oh, Delaware goal! His 7th of the season. Scored by number 8, Thomas Weeks. Assisted by number 17, Andrew Lowe, and number 77, Liam Gott. Time of the goal, 6 minutes, 25 seconds in the first period. Weeks' 7th from Lowe and Gott at 6:25. An icing against the Blue Hens set up a face-off to the right of Snellenberg. Delaware will dump and change. In came Hale, drop pass to Kybus. He threw the puck in from the point where it was intercepted, and the Hens try to manufacture an odd man counterattack. Ultimately, though, to no avail. Warner holding the line to Burke. DeBolt plays it back to Ryan Warner, taken away from him by Kybus. His shot from in close was deflected up over the crossbar, as Snellenberg records his 7th save on 8 shots so far, and we're halfway through the first period of this 1-1 game. Weiss save brings play to a halt with 9:56 to go here in opening period action. Infanger and Parker take the far circle face-off. Keller near side. After fielding a cross-ice pass, sees his shot go well wide. Spinelli back to the Albertan, Cade Coughlin. Infanger leaves this back to Weeks, taking aim from the left point this time. And a Weiss glove save again brings play to a pause with 9:40 to go in the first period of a 1-1 contest. Golden Flashes emerge, led by Hall. 2-on-2, now a 2-on-3. This Kent State attack as the back-checking Michael Spinelli came in to offer resistance from astern. Storty bodied off the puck in the far corner by Weeks. Infanger protects. He advances to Keller. Turning a tight circle in the near corner. Kick back to Infanger holding the point. Slap shot was deflected off the Sanchez skate into the far corner. Weeks holds the near point off the failed Kent State clear, but he couldn't get the puck in deep. It's taken away by Brady Hall. He's bothered at center by the back-checking Mason Moore, but he's forced to dump in for a changing of the guard with inside 9 minutes to go in the first period. And play is halted. We've got a man down in the Delaware zone. Mason Moore slow to his feet, and he'll head back to the bench on his own power. 8:46 to go in this 1-1 hockey in the first period of this 1-1 hockey game. The officials conferring, determining if we've got anything. And we'll get the story here momentarily as Steve Cannon and John Zadunkowitz further discuss the issue at hand. We've got a slash And it's going to be against the Golden Flashes. So our first Delaware Sports Medicine Power Play of the night starts now. Learn more about Dr. Brad Bly's offerings for athletes of all ages and abilities. Head to desportsmed.com. Tanner Mahoney centering this power play unit for the Blue Hens. Looking to put the home team up on this man advantage. The Kent State penalty was assessed to number 6, Brady Hall, 2 minutes for slashing. Time of the penalty, 11 minutes, 14 seconds in the first period. Hall, 2 for slashing at 11:14. Bajsadecki, Lowe, Berg, and Diaz complete the power play unit for the Hens. The Angelino Danny Berg will start things from behind his own goal. 8:12 to go in the first. 1-1 the score. Tanner Mahoney, the recipient of the outlet pass up the right wing boards, kicks the puck back to Berg. Berg walking the line, long shot. Was sticked away in close. Looked like Falkowski got a piece of it in the low slot. That stay-at-home defenseman that we've had such a pleasure watching here in his high school days with Salesianum. Berg. Diaz, Low rather, with the shot. Follow-up caught and held by Matthew Weiss for a break in the action. 7:47 to go in the first. 1:01 remaining on this Delaware Sports Medicine power play. Second wave coming on. Vecchio, Moore, Weeks, Gott, Panapresso. The quintet of Blue Hen attackers. And they control off the draw. Liam Gott, one-timer, Weeks. Off the pads of Weiss and into the back netting. So shots now even at 8. It's officially credited as the 9th shot. For the Blue Hens. As we wind our way into the final 40 seconds of this Delaware Sports Medicine power play. Gott, net front feed on the doorstep. Was Moore unable to finish. Panapresso back to Moore, who came back to center point. Gott, hard wrist shot from the dot. Caught and held by Weiss for another pause in play. "20 seconds to go on the man advantage. And the face-off will come to Weiss's left. .706 left of the first period. 20 left on the man advantage. First unit back on. Diaz winning the draw. Berg, Low taking aim. This goes into the netting and out. So the face-off migrates 44 feet away from us. Mahoney with that left circle face-off win. And now Berg, the Bajsadecki, back to Berg. There's Bajsadecki with the shot. Off that feed across from Panapresso. Right into the pads of Weiss. And the Delaware Sports Medicine power play, first of its kind tonight. All for naught. Bajsadecki versus Falkowski. Stick-on-stick contact as Bajsadecki tried to cut through the slot. And Nicholas with family and friends cheering him on. Behind the West goal. Winning that battle on his old home ice. Final 6 and change. Here in the first period. 4! Puck cleared over the glass from deep in the Kent State zone. I think that made it to the top row of the stands. Wow. 6:02 to go here in the first. Fourth line on for the Hens, Coughlin, Spinelli, and Infanger. Holding the point is Warner. He didn't get great contact on the puck from distance. Trying to prolong the attack, Spinelli, but he's double-teamed and steered behind the cage. Loose puck ends up in the near corner where TJ Avellino could not clear for the Golden Flashes. Burke protecting the point. Got the puck in deep again. Now on the stick of Norton, who floats it back to center. Warner to Burke on the re-entry. 5.5 to go in the first period of a 1-1 hockey game from Fred Rust Arena. Penalty coming up against the Blue Hens as Norton puts on the brakes. And the whistle of John Zadunkowicz sounds. 5:18 to go in the first period. Four minutes on Cade Coughlin. No. There were two separate penalties. Were there two separate penalties? No, we had it right. 4 minutes on Coughlin. So he got the tripping minor and then the interference minor. And the Blue Hens with their work cut out for them now for pretty much the remainder of the first period. The Delaware penalty was assessed to number 20, Cade Coughlin. A double minor, 2 minutes for tripping and 2 minutes for interference. Time of the penalties, 14 minutes, 42 seconds in the first period. Coughlin, 2 for tripping plus 2 for interference. Time of the double minor, 14:42. Bianchin to Kataya. Back to Bianchin. This is kicked to the top of the zone and Nick Storty. Across this comes to Kybus, taking aim from the dot. Shot was wide off the corner glass, and the puck caroms back as far as the Kent State blue line where Storty recovers. Kybus with the touch pass, leading to Bianchin on the entry. Cross slot feed, skipped wide of its intended target, Nick Kataya, but Infanger could not clear. Burke, Boyd, and Tracy complete this PK unit for the Hens. 2:45 to go. The man advantage for the Golden Flashes. Inside 4 minutes to go in the first period. Kybus skating a tight circle. Cross ice feed to Kataya. Power play goal. Now Storty gets it. And the Flashes have reclaimed the lead. Here it comes again. Storty, the former Philadelphia Little Flyer, unloads off the cross slot feed. And his Golden Flashes are back in front. Kent State goal, his first of the season. Scored by number 10, Nick Storty. Assisted by number 27, Nick Kataya, and number 21, TJ Avellino. Time of the power play goal, 16 minutes, 17 seconds in the first period. Storty's first from Kataya and Avellino at 16:17, a power play goal. Penalty trouble led to the Hens undoing before the Thanksgiving break in a heartbreaker of a loss to Villanova. Here, the Coughlin double minor opened the door for Nick Storty to give Kent State the lead in the closing moments of the first period. Avellino to Kybus. Puck taken away by Diaz and advanced to DeBolt, who's got a one-on-one, now a one-on-three, as DeBolt is stood up in the slot by Storty. And Steve Cannon going to say, Storty and Chance, let's both go. As they continued their altercation and now the jawing well after the whistle. Roughing on both Storty and DeBolt. With 2 minutes and 20 seconds to go in the first period of this 2-1 game. 38 seconds left. On the PK for the Blue Hens. Kent State penalty assessed to number 10, Nick Storty. Delaware penalty assessed to number 25, Chance DeBolt. Both guys 2 minutes each for roughing. Time of the penalties, 17 minutes, 39 seconds in the first period. Storty and DeBolt, 2 each for roughing at 17:39. And now Creighton taking the walk of shame as well. Sent off for roughing, so we're going to be 4-on-4 for the next 13 seconds, and then the Hens head back to the Delaware Sports Medicine power play in hopes of trying to tie this game up. Kent State penalty was assessed to number 2, J.J. Creighton. 2 minutes for roughing. Time of the penalty, 18 minutes, 5 seconds of the first period. Creighton 2 for roughing at 17:39. Delaware Sports Medicine power play has just begun. Learn more at desportsmed.com. Berg tries to protect in the far corner. Falkowski plays the body on him. Walking in, Diaz ran out of space. Here's Berg with a shot. Diaz couldn't finish on the welcome mat, and Weiss holds for the pause. Minute 9 to go in the first period. 1:14 left on the penalty clock on Creighton. Face-off coming to the right of Weiss. And this shot from the point on Andrew Lowe is sticked up into the netting and out of play. Final 65 seconds. In this first period, Liam Norton, joined by Vecchio. Final minute of play in the first period. Weeks to Gott. Cycle to Vecchio, back to Weeks it comes. Panapresso centering pass. Gott was marked in the high slot by Liam Norton, disrupting that pass as the Hens look to level the score again before the intermission. Weeks from Panapresso at the line. Gott tried to redirect it. Puck was loose in front after Weiss made the initial save. And the Golden Flash is clear. Snellenberg steers the puck beyond the reach of Norton. Panapresso walks this up the middle. 20 seconds to go. Panapresso gains center. He plays a hard carom into the far corner beyond the reach of Vecchio. Gott protecting. Single digits in the first period. Liam Gott. Shot skipped wide. Panapresso to Vecchio below the goal. More looming net front. Gott couldn't unwind from the top of the slot. The shot from the point in Weeks was wide, and that will do it for the end of the first period. The score at the end of one period, Kent State Golden Flashes 2, Delaware Blue Hens 1. We'll be back on the Delaware Hockey Network after the intermission.
Recovery from an injury on the job or in a car accident can be overwhelming. The expert team at the law office of Heather A. Long can carefully explain your options and advocate for you through the process of claims, proceedings, and settlements. To schedule your free consultation today, call the law office of Heather A. Long at 302-466-5664 or visit injuryde.com.
Whether you're a competitive athlete or a weekend warrior, a sports medicine physician is an important player on your health team. With years of experience treating high school, collegiate, professional, and everyday athletes, Dr. Brad Bly of Delaware Sports Medicine is the specialist you need to achieve personal bests and lead a healthier lifestyle. And with clinics in both Wilmington and Townsend, Delaware Sports Medicine is here for every athlete in your family. Visit desportsmed.com today to learn more. There's nothing all-American quite like a good old-fashioned barbecue. Sid's Barbecue and Jerky brings the most tender and flavorful pulled pork, brisket, and barbecue chicken to the tri-state area and is sure to turn your next gathering into a truly all-American event. Visit Sid's on Ridge Road in Claymont, Delaware, or place your next catering order at sidsbbqandjerky.com.
It's time for the second period. Let's head back upstairs to James Witherite.
Thank you, Norm Borg. Welcome back inside Fred Rust Arena. 2-1 the score through 20. And a look back at the highlights of period number 1. Fourth minute, Liam Norton. From a congested slot, putting the puck past Jacob Snellenberg to give the Golden Flashes the lead. 3:35 into the first period. And then it was Delaware's Thomas Weeks with a rocket from the right point. In the 9th minute, looked like it deflected off Storty on its way in to make this a 1-0 game. And then with inside 4 minutes to go, the Golden Flashes taking advantage of an extended man advantage. Taking advantage of that. How many times can we use the word advantage in the same sentence? As Nick Storty, with 3:43 to go in the first period, gave the Golden Flashes a 2-1 lead thanks to a power play goal and his first of the season. Hens unable to make anything happen on a late power play in the first period as J.J. Creighton was rung up for roughing at 18:05. Long shot the length of the ice into the pads of Matthew Weiss, who stopped 12 of 13 for the Golden Flashes in the first period. Hens off to a good start, but again struggling to generate quality chances. 4 A-grade chances for each side in the first 20 minutes. Courtesy the stat man Eli Swope, but ultimately the Hens struggling to finish. It's those battles 12 feet and in that have made or broken the game for the Delaware side all season long. As we work our way into the second minute of the second period, Liam Gott holding the zone for Delaware, low in the far corner, confronted by Creighton. Gets some support from Cody Diaz. Back to low, this comes in the near corner. Norton taking the puck away, and this is chipped up the near glass by Bianchin. 1-on-1. And a shot from Adrian Sanchez. Goes up into the netting off Snellenberg and out of play. Face off to Snellenberg's right after save number 9. And Adrian Sanchez tries to maintain momentum for the Golden Flashes. Falkowski stepping up to the half boards, protecting the zone. Bryson Miller, product of Western New York, working the puck across to Sanchez. His shot from the dot was blocked. Got time and space, 2-on-2. He lobs this in from distance. And covering Learn more at desportsmed.com. And the Hens waste no time. Leighton Bajsadecki ties it up, just 6 seconds. Into the man advantage. It's a 2-2 game. Let's see it again. On the 4-1-2 Communications instant replay. Berg with the primary helper. And we've got lots to get through. The Kent State penalty was assessed to number 10, Nick Storty, 2 minutes for interference. Time of the penalty, 2 minutes 12 seconds in the second period. Storty 2 for interference at 2:12. We're going to make doubly sure on that power play goal. Looked like it was Bajsadecki from our vantage point. Berg reported. No, that was Bajsadecki the whole way. A Delaware goal, his 9th of the season, scored by number 29, Leighton Bajsadecki, assisted by number 3, Daniel Berg, and number 17, Andrew Lowe. Time of the power play goal, 2 minutes 18 seconds in the second period. Bajsadecki's 9th. From Berg and Lowe at 2:18, a power play goal. So we're back level with just over 3 minutes gone of the second period. Hens trying to work out of their own zone. Jack Hale couldn't skip the puck into the slot. It's taken away by Vecchio, but he was stood up by Osterschel at the top of the zone. Osterschel shot through traffic, turned aside by Snellenberg to the far corner. Trying net front was Kybus, unable to finish on the welcome mat, and the Hens clear. Kataja to Osterschel on the re-entry. Shot was wide off the backboards. Kybus, time and space. Now angled to the corner by Weeks. He cycles to Kataja. Trying to walk in was Storty from the opposite side, but the stick of Michael Spinelli got in his way. Kybus threw the puck in close. Weeks gathers it back into Delaware control, at least momentarily, before Kybus recovers for the Flashes. Here's Nicholas Falkowski winding up. Shot blocked by Vecchio at the top of the near circle. Puck goes up into the back netting and out of play. Make a truly all-American meal the centerpiece of your next team event or special occasion. Sid's Barbecue and Jerky in nearby Claymont, Delaware. We'll cater your next group event, offering pulled pork, brisket, and barbecue chicken on a daily basis, along with a variety of sauces and sides, sure to please any appetite. Visit Sid's at Suite C26 at the Tri-State Industrial Center on Ridge Road in Claymont, Delaware. Open Monday through Saturday for takeaway lunch. Or to place a catering order, call 302-439-4937 or visit sidsbbqandjerky.com. Fanger holding the zone, pursuing the puck in low was Berg, but he found himself outnumbered by Navy sweaters. Creighton could not clear. Kolpian looked like he took a high stick, but it was incidental. Holmes clears. Boyd recovers for Delaware. He throws the puck off the near boards. Coughlin volleys it back to Holmes. Thrown in from center. And now Panapresso looking for a more deliberate breakout. He finds Coughlin. Touch pass to Mahoney in the neutral zone. Tagging up was Spinelli to ensure an onside entry. And he heads off for a change as the big guns come back on for the Hens. 2-2, nearing 6 minutes into the second period. Warner to Boyd across ice. To Mahoney working the near corner. More on with him along with Coughlin. Looking for a way to get back to the bench. Now he does. And Bajsadecki takes his place at the top line back intact for the Blue Hens. Stretch pass beyond the reach of Bajsadecki. Puck rolls into the far corner where Moore overskates it. Avellino with 2 assists for the Golden Flashes so far tonight. Trying to start something up from out of his own zone, but recovering is Mahoney. He's knocked off his feet by Bianchin. Puck battle develops at the near half wall. Trying to chase it down net front by Sadecki. Couldn't get a shot away. He ends up in the far corner with the puck, surrounded from all sides by navy blue sweaters. Warner back to Boyd. He bobbled the puck at the point and lost the zone. So he winds up and clears. Hens tag up. Mahoney with the puck now at the top of the zone. Here's Lowe, slap shot. Holding on is Weiss for a pause in play. This worth another look. On the 4-1-2 Communications instant replay. Great chance from Andrew Lowe, but a better save at the end from Matthew Weiss, who holds on for dear life to keep this game 2-2. Liam Gott with a net front feed. Just ran out of space from point blank range to get a quality shot away. Diaz flips the puck off the backboards. Gott and Storty tied up. Loose puck corralled by Brady Hall. He plays this off his backhand up the near boards as far as the Delaware blue line, where the product of Neenah, Wisconsin, Cody Diaz tries to turn momentum from right to left from our vantage point here in the 4-1-2 Communications press box. If you're just joining us on the Delaware Hockey Network, Kent State clad in navy moving left to right in second period action. Delaware moving from right to left in their home white sweaters, and the face-off's going to come deep in the Delaware zone after the Blue Hens were guilty of an icing with 12:22 to go in the second period. Face-off will come to the left of Jacob Snellenberg. And the Hens control it out of their zone. Liam Gott chips the puck beyond the reach of Osterschel. They end up together in the near corner. Gott with some support in the form of Andrew Lowe. Parker takes it away. Parker steered behind the net by DeBolt. Ultimately stripped of the puck, and Brady Burke comes barreling back up the left wing boards. He takes a check, but he finds Liam Gott. Oh my, this way offside as Andrew Lowe was a good 20 feet inside the line. Offside all day long. And play will resume just above the Kent State blue line right in front of the Delaware bench. Creighton gives way. Vecchio with the takeaway, 2-on-2. Broken stick shot from 35 feet. DeBolt leaves this to center point. Winding up was Berg. Wraparound chance. Chance DeBolt. No, sir. Weiss lost his paddle. He comes up to make the save again from the opposite side. Flashes countering in numbers. Kybus to Kataya. But they ran out of space on that fast break counterattack. Here's Vecchio. Hens coming in numbers, 4-on-2. Vecchio floats the puck in. It's paddled far side by Weiss. Good for save number 16 on the night as we work to the 9-minute mark of the second period. And this shot from the point was tipped up into the netting off the stick of Danny Berg and out of play. 10:58 remaining in the second period of a 2-2 hockey game. First of two meetings between these teams this weekend. We'll do it all again tomorrow at 5:30 p.m. as Infanger and Hall take the far circle draw. Warner gives the puck away to Hall, but Infanger holds the zone. Spinelli setting up a long shot from Jack Keller, which was skied up into the atmosphere amid net front traffic. Sanchez finds Hall, who through traffic sends the puck from blue line to blue line and then some. Keller recovers. Hall lays a hip on Keller. They're tied up after the puck goes away. And the Hens' Ryan Warner clears. Coughlin chases the puck down. It was played by a high stick, says linesperson Jack Frambies. So we're going to go all the way back into the Delaware zone with 10-11 to go in the second period. Just about halfway through this 2-2 contest. Later tonight, the Delaware Blue Hens men's Division II team will host the Ice Lions of Penn State in the first half of their weekend series. That game at Gold Arena, just behind where we stand. With game time slated for 9:15. Bajsadecki looking for a second, slowed up in the neutral zone. Hustling back to tag up was Moore. Mahoney collapses in the far corner, surrounded by Golden Flash players. And the Kent State side clear. Bianchin with a shot. Snellenberg with a save. Modern media is everyone shouting for attention and no one hearing a thing. So, how do you get your voice above the fray? 412 Communications has myriad solutions to build bridges between your brand and your clientele, your team and your fans, ranging from broadcast to social, print to digital. Want to know more? Head to 412communications.com. Broadway Joe in the house. Man of many hats, assistant producer. He'll be with us for the second game tonight. Saunders Penn, our videographer for game one. Co-executive producer Molly Jo Rosen, assistant producer Trey Wright, production assistant Eli Swope, the whole crew. We couldn't do it without the hard work of many here on the Delaware Hockey Network, and we especially couldn't do it without you wherever you may be joining us on this Friday night. Panapresso gains center to avoid the icing. He lobs the puck in from 100 feet into the far corner of the KSU zone. Holmes works it back up the near side. Tracy protecting for Delaware. Here's Cody Diaz looking for a shot lane. He took aim from 15 feet. Weiss played his angles well for the easy stick save. Vecchio trying to prolong the Delaware attack. Centering pass sticked off its line. Puck trickles loose, and Jack Hale sends it back as far as center, but this goes into the Delaware bench and out of play. .8:04 to go. 8:06 to go here in the second period. And after plenty of deliberation, the face-off has been spotted outside the line, much to the dismay of Delaware coach Todd Mittelmeyer. Final 8 minutes of the second period of a 2-2 hockey game from Fred Rust Arena. Long clear and icing called by Jack Frambies, but that race looked dead even to me. Let's watch it again on the 412 Communications Instant Replay. We're looking at Vecchio here. Oh. That's a tough one for Delaware to take. Wouldn't be surprised if that one were to come back to center, but in any case, Delaware back in their own zone, and they've got a 2-on-1. Here's DeBolt, hard shot. High off the back glass, Vecchio controlling the rebound. He draws some attention from the Kent State backcheckers, and he steers the puck toward Tracy, who had room at the near side. Vecchio again trying to bulldoze away through the slot. Stripped of the vulcanized rubber by Kataya. Here's Kybus. Kybus again, trying to set up Hale in low. Winding up, Kybus. Toe drag to get some space from Keller, couldn't get a shot away. Coughlin recovers. 7 minutes to go in the second period of this 2-2 hockey game. Snellenberg steadies. Here's Burke back at center. Volleying the puck off the far boards. Thrown by McGuffin the other way. Snellenberg holds on, and we've got a pause. 6:32 to go in the second. Face-off coming in the Delaware zone after the frozen puck. Fanger and Kolpian. Stepping up to hold the point again was Justin McGuffin. Spinelli breaking through the slot. Shot was just wide, bounced off the wrong side of the net. And the Steve Cannon whistle signals cross check against Kent State. And with 6:13 to go in the second period, the turkey's on the table for the Blue Hens. Heading back to the Delaware Sports Medicine Power Play. Learn more about Dr. Brad Bly's offerings for athletes of all ages and abilities at desportsmed.com. The Kent State penalty was assessed to number 23, Bryce Kolpian. 2 minutes for cross-checking. Time of the penalty, 13 minutes, 47 seconds in the second period. Kolpian, 2 for cross-checking at 13:47. Leighton Bajsadecki tied the game for the Hens on the Delaware Sports Medicine Power Play at the beginning of the period. He's on together with Lowe, Mahoney, Diaz, and Weeks as the Hens try to march back up ice from deep in their own end. And an interference call against Delaware's Thomas Weeks. spells the end of that Delaware Sports Medicine power play, and will be 4-on-4 for the next minute and 9 seconds. The Delaware penalty was assessed to number 8, Thomas Weeks. 2 minutes for interference. Time of the penalty, 14 minutes, 38 seconds in the second period. Weeks, 2 for interference at 14:38. And Nick Kataya off the cross slot feed from Kybus. Gave the Golden Flashes the go-ahead goal just now. And why wouldn't he? For him, that's 24 on the season. Kent State goal, his 24th of the season. Scored by number 27, Nick Kataya. Assisted by number 20, Cornell Kybus, and number 17, Kyle Holmes. Time of the even strength goal, 14 minutes, 53 seconds in the second period. Kataya's 24th from Kybus and Holmes at 14:53. Kataya looking for another, stood up at the top of the near circle. Here's Infanger back the other way. Will send the puck back deep into his own zone. Hens now shorthanded for the next 30, and Finn Boyd wound up with a slapper from his own goal line to send the puck deep into the Kent State zone. Avellino to Bianchin. The pass back to Avellino, bothered in the slot. He was tied up by Infanger. Storty recovers at center. The former Philadelphia Little Flyer to Avellino, onto Bianchin, crashing the net, and he's stood up by Snellenberg. Cincinnati native Jack Framby's dropping the puck between Hall and Mahoney for the restart of play. And the Hens have a 2-on-1 if they hurry. Here's Bajsadecki's shot. Blockered away by Weiss to the near corner. Flashes countering in numbers. Sanchez flips the puck ahead to Miller. Net front feed to Hall. Stood up by Snellenberg for a break in play with just under 3 minutes to go in the second. Face-off comes to Snellenberg's left after save number 17. Norton, Storty, and Kataya. The goal scorers for Kent State, giving them a 3-2 lead over Delaware, who have seen Weeks and Bajsadecki. A pair of first-year Blue Hens light the lamp. This shot from Liam Gott, or rather from Andrew Lowe, right side, was kicked away by Weiss. Gott double-teamed at the near half wall, gave way to Sealing. Sealing could not clear. Diaz held the zone. Low hard shot from center point. Kicked away again by Weiss, and Diaz maintains. Here's Boyd from distance. Puck batted down by Weiss, trying once, twice. Diaz couldn't connect off the rebound. 2:18 to go in the second period. Austin Vecchio bodied off the path of the puck by Odstrachel. Vecchio's got it back, but he's still tied up below the cage. This is taken away by Chaston Sealing, but not cleared. Warner double teamed at the half wall, floats the puck into a congested slot. Warner's got it back. His shot from 35 feet was off its mark, held in by Tracy as it rebounded off the near corner boards. Vecchio to DeBolt. This taken away by Sealing and cleared. Final 100 in the second period. Kent State 3, Delaware 2 from Fred Rust Arena. Miller walks in over the line. Cross ice feed to Hale was broken up. And Vecchio clears back to neutral ice. Final 80, in came Holmes. Warner plays the puck behind his own net to Tracy. And this is lofted clear. Up the far boards by Finn Boyd. Creighton gloves it down as we work our way to the home stretch of period number 2. Final minute of play upon us. Creighton emerging from a pack in the near corner of his own zone. Sends the puck up the far boards. And this will come back and icing this one pretty clearly so, as Brady Burke was all by his lonesome in the far corner. And his closest pursuer, Cornell Kybus, a good 15 or 20 feet away. 49 and 4/5 seconds to go in the second. Big guns on for the last shift. Weeks' shot from the left point blocked off its line. Bajsadecki caroms the puck up the far wall. Burke steps up, gets it in deep again. Bajsadecki tried to feed into the low slot. Mahoney out of position. 3-on-3 counterattack for the Golden Flashes. Cornell Kybus slowed up by the Burke stick. Here's Bajsadecki, time and space, shot! Glove save by Matthew Weiss. Keeping the Flashes up 3-2 in the waning seconds of the second period. Moore, Bajsadecki, final 7. This is taken away by Kataya, cleared off the glass. Weeks gloves the puck down at the point. And the horn sounds before the Hens can mount a last-ditch effort. Through 40 minutes, the score. Kent State Golden Flashes 3, Delaware Blue Hens 2. We'll be back on the Delaware Hockey Network after the second intermission.
There's nothing all-American quite like a good old-fashioned barbecue. Sid's Barbecue and Jerky brings the most tender and flavorful pulled pork, brisket, and barbecue chicken to the tri-state area and is sure to turn your next gathering into a truly all-American event. Visit Sid's on Ridge Road in Claymont, Delaware, or place your next catering order at sidsbbqandjerky.com.
Modern media is everyone shouting for attention and no one hearing a thing. Broadcast to social, print to digital, 412 Communications has the solution to get you heard. Want to know more? Visit 412communications.com today. Recovery from an injury on the job or in a car accident can be overwhelming. The expert team at the law office of Heather A. Long can carefully explain your options and advocate for you through the process of claims, proceedings, and settlements. To schedule your free consultation today, call the law office of Heather A. Long at 302-466-5664 or visit injuryde.com. Recovery from an injury on the job or in a car accident can be overwhelming. The expert team at the law office of Heather A. Long can carefully explain your options and advocate for you through the process of claims, proceedings, and settlements. To schedule your free consultation today, call the law office of Heather A. Long at 302-466-5664 or visit injuryde.com.
Whether you're a competitive athlete or a weekend warrior, a sports medicine physician is an important player on your health team. With years of experience treating high school, collegiate, professional, and everyday athletes, Dr. Brad Bly of Delaware Sports Medicine is the specialist you need to achieve personal bests and lead a healthier lifestyle. And with clinics in both Wilmington and Townsend, Delaware Sports Medicine is here for every athlete in your family. Visit desportsmed.com today to learn more. There's nothing all-American quite like a good old-fashioned barbecue. Sid's Barbecue and Jerky brings the most tender and flavorful pulled pork, brisket, and barbecue chicken to the tri-state area and is sure to turn your next gathering into a truly all-American event. Visit Sid's on Ridge Road in Claymont, Delaware, or place your next catering order at sidsbbqandjerky.com.
It's time for the third period. Let's head back upstairs to James Witherite.
Thank you, Norm Borg. Welcome back inside Fred Rust Arena. Third period about to get underway. With Kent State leading Delaware 3-2 in the first half of their weekend set. Equalizing goal, 6 seconds into a Delaware Sports Medicine power play. Danny Berg setting up a one-timer from Leighton Bajsadecki. That was 2:18 into the second to tie everything up 2-2. Kent State came roaring back on the man advantage themselves. Kybus to Kataya for his 24th goal of the season. That made it 3-2 at the 14:53 mark. And then some outstanding net minding from the Golden Flash's Matthew Weiss. Coming up with some key saves late in the third period. And you just saw one of them to keep the visiting team up 3-2 at the end of 40 minutes. Jacob Snellenberg coming up with a save, 8 seconds into the third. Looks like there might be an issue with the ice right in front of the goal line as the lines people attend to it. Bryce Lindsay with the ice repair after Snellenberg kicked off the third period with a successful save. And looks like we're good to go. Diaz and Bianchin. Puck is down, here we go. Play resumes. Burke to Gott, cross ice feed. Diaz couldn't find Lowe up the middle of the neutral zone. This is turned back by Creighton the other way. Avellino slowed up by Weeks as he tried to cut from the dot in. Gott blew a tire at center, but he propelled the puck back into the Kent State end. The Falkowski family clad in navy and gold in support of Nicholas, returning to home ice. And this is going to come back in icing. Of course, Nicholas played right here at Fred Rust Arena in his high school days for Salesianum. Went everywhere and anywhere in his junior days, from the hinterlands of Wisconsin to the more local confines of Team Maryland. Andrew Lowe, Noah Goose, Tommy Tracy on the Delaware side. All playing for Team Maryland at one point as well, and likewise Jules Jardine for Kent State, who we'll likely see back in action tomorrow, as tonight he's serving a one-game ban. Bajsadecki couldn't find Moore at the top of the blue paint. Here's Bajsadecki again. He leaves the puck back to Pana Presso with a long shot from the left point. Stick down and held by Weiss for a break in the action with 18:45 to go. Face-off coming to Matthew Weiss's right. Another shot this from distance, covered up by Weiss once again. Here's Keller winding up. Shot blocked in traffic, trying to follow up was Moore, but he was wide on the release. Mason Moore checked off the puck. Trying to walk it forward was Nicholas Falkowski, but Keller held the point for Delaware. Keller confronted, puck is loose in front. Mahoney trying to push it through traffic, couldn't do so. It's kicked back by Moore to the top of the left circle. And Finn Boyd. Near side, Moore checked off the vulcanized rubber. Mahoney sweeps in to maintain Delaware's momentum, looking to get back level 2 minutes into the third period. Mahoney slowed up by the reaching stick of Hale. Kataya recovers, and he'll walk this into a 2-on-2. Kataya slowed up by Keller, delayed offside signaled. And that gave Keller the opportunity to sail the puck from his own blue line, the length of the ice. Icing waved off, so the Hens have an opportunity to change up. Tracy with a hard shot from 35 feet. into the pads of Weiss. McGuffin from out of his own zone tried to sail the puck up the near side to Hall. He was off his mark. Burke batted the puck down at the Delaware blue line, had to chase it behind his own goal. Here comes Tommy Tracy. Drop pass to Burke, walking into the dot. Hard shot. Had a good line on it too, but Matthew Weiss came up again with the save, his 27th on 29 shots to this point. Skittering puck up the far wall, corralled by Hall for Kent State. Cross ice feed, too hot for Miller to handle. He chases the puck down to the near corner and he bats it away from Weeks. Vecchio could not find DeBolt the other way, and this puck is covered up under the glove of Matthew Weiss for a halt in play with 16 minutes and 33 seconds to go in regulation. Kent State with a 3-2 lead over Delaware. Near circle face-off for the Blue Hens and Alex Infanger. Ultimately going the way of the Golden Flashes. Panapresso confronted just inside his line. Nearly turned the puck over. Berg sweeps in to protect. Centering pass, Spinelli taken off his feet. Cannon says play on. Spinelli and Barry tied up in the near corner. Recovering was Creighton for Kent State, but he can't clear. Berg held the point. Infanger threw the puck off the far boards. More time and space availed. Panapresso from distance. On the doorstep was Conklin, who couldn't finish off the initial Weiss save. Berg hassled near half wall by Kolping. Plays it behind the net. Creighton to Holmes. Up the left wing boards, Holmes found Luke Berry. The centering pass to Parker. Connected, but Parker couldn't maintain control, and Delaware's counterattack is going to be called offside. Whether you're a competitive athlete like these guys or a weekend warrior like me, a sports medicine physician is an important player on your health team. And with years of experience treating high school, collegiate, professional, and everyday athletes alike, Dr. Brad Bly of Delaware Sports Medicine is the specialist you need to achieve personal bests and lead a healthier lifestyle. And with clinics in both Wilmington and Townsend, Delaware Sports Medicine is here for every athlete in your family. Learn more at desportsmed.com, and there you can also learn more about Dr. Bly's new membership program, priority appointments, nutrition and exercise coaching, discounts on physiotherapy and shockwave therapy, and more. All the details are at desportsmed.com. Helping you reach peak performance, whatever that may mean for you. Kataya ran out of space. He's got support from Kybus. Keller holding close to home, recovers the puck for Delaware. Just over 5 minutes elapsed in the third period of a 3-2 hockey game. Kent State the advantage. This puck ricocheted off the glass behind the Delaware bench, and thus out of play. Draw coming just above the Delaware line with 14:40 to go. And the Hens reset in neutral ice. Mason Moore gained the red line before letting the puck go diagonally deep into the Kent State zone. Bajsadecki's feed back to Burke at center point off its mark. Burke back to the Delaware line, recovers. Bajsadecki from center threw the puck in from distance. Bajsadecki's shot after resetting at the shortboard's far side, skipped just wide. Mahoney recovers. He's stood up at the blue line by Holmes, but he was able to gain the zone for his Blue Hens. Mahoney could not cut past Norton after being driven back into his own end. Moore up the middle. Bajsadecki could not feed to Mahoney. Bianchin with the takeaway. And here's TJ Avellino. Back on the offensive for the Golden Flashes. Drop pass to Liam Norton looking for his second of the night. Ultimately results in Norton carrying the puck in low behind the Delaware cage, waiting for reinforcements that ultimately never came. Weeks and more. First-year Blue Hens together, they give and go to Thomas Weeks. Coming in from the right dot, didn't connect. By Sadecki, trying to generate some space. Hassled by Sealing behind the net. Here's DeBolt, denied on the welcome mat by Matthew Weiss with 13:13 to go. Some outstanding net-minding work tonight from Matthew Weiss. As here DeBolt in the low slot with a quick release shot. Couldn't get the equalizer for the Blue Hens. Oh, Tracy took a monstrous hit behind the net from Storty. And if you followed the scene here in the greater Philadelphia area for the past few years, Nick Storty is a name we've seen quite a bit in the junior ranks. Broadway Joe knows probably better than anybody. This is an icing. Face-off comes to Snellenberg's right with 12:45 to go. Panapresso bodied off the puck by Sanchez. Puck ends up on Storty's stick at the top of the right circle. Played in deep. Vecchio had the line to it, and this is sent clear by Panapresso. Nicholas Falkowski, pursued by Tommy Tracy. Adversaries tonight, although at one point in time they both wore a Team Maryland sweater in their EHL days. Nicholas guilty of an icing here. And this will come back into the Kent State zone with 12:10 to go in the third period. Fourth line trying to make something happen for Delaware, Alex Infanger. In for the face-off across from Brady Hall. High shot from Boyd at the left point. Karam's off the back glass. Warner lobs it in from the right point. Infanger, far corner. Attracts a crowd and tries to steer the puck to the near corner where more space was availed. Cade Coughlin, but Falkowski swarmed him. Storty took the puck away, and this is cleared back to center. Staying with the play was Bryson Miller, sure to gain the red line before the dump and change. 11:40 to go. Kent State 3, Delaware 2 from Fred Rust Arena. And later tonight, round about 9:15, as we see more Matthew Weiss magic. We'll have the second half of our doubleheader. With the Delaware Division II men's team taking on Penn State. Cross-lot pass just moments ago, as you saw on the 412 Communications instant replay. And Matthew Weiss crossing from post to post along with it to make his 29th save of the night. Weiss, nothing short of rock solid between the pipes for the Golden Flashes tonight. Nearing halfway in the third period. Warner takes a glass-rattling check right at center from Avellino, but he was able to find Gott up the right wing boards. Diaz couldn't cut through traffic. Puck corralled by McGuffin. Floated up the near side to Avellino and given away to Boyd. Partial change for the Flashes. 10:22 to go. Gott to Warner. Confronted by Falkowski in the far corner. right where his dad Vince would stand on that corner glass for every one of his high school games. Vince, former head coach of the men's Division II team here at the University of Delaware. Reprising his role of hockey dad here at Fred Rust Arena this weekend, as all his attention is turned to watching his son play in his return home for this first weekend in December. The hockey family is small. And the farther you travel in this world, the smaller it seems to get. To everyone joining us tonight from Boston to D.C., from the hinterlands of Wisconsin and everywhere in between, glad we're part of your Friday night. Weeks locked out again by Weiss. Weiss making a mighty strong case for himself to be in the running for one of the Sid's 3 stars of the game to be unveiled in the next 9 minutes of hockey. He's certainly been a difference maker. 30 saves on 32 shots. One-on-one for Kent State. That shot from Adrian Sanchez tipped off the glove of Jacob Snellenberg. Creighton winding up Snellenberg's save. Puck ended up in front of him. Didn't control that rebound as he had hoped. And the Hens come to his aid and clear. 8.5 to go. Creighton sure of his position ahead of center with the dump and change. And Berg finds Tracy back the other way. Nicholas off the glass. Beyond the reach of Miller. Back it comes to Keller deep in the Delaware zone. Barry drawn out of position, and Jack Keller heads a 4-on-3. Long shot just inside the line. Caught and held by Matthew Weiss for another break. Now with 8:01 to go. Again, coming up later tonight on the Delaware Hockey Network, the Delaware Men's Division II team trying to change momentum from a 6-14-1 start. Hosting the Ice Lions of Penn State University for the first half of a 2-game weekend set. The Lions coming in from Happy Valley 12-3-2 on the year. So a tall task awaiting Bob Stroik and Dylan Green, who have assumed the helm of the Men's Division II side. After the dismissal of Vince Falkowski. Burke to Spinelli. Coughlin in the near corner. Tried to find Infanger in the low slot. This puck thrown in. Spinelli couldn't tip it past. Once again holding is Matthew Weiss. Cementing himself as the difference maker in this game, as he saved all 10 third period shots he's faced, and there have been some mighty tough ones thrown his way. Spinelli with that net front tip attempt off the centering pass. And Weiss has been back and forth from post to post. And his agility has proven the difference for the Kent State Golden Flashes tonight. Weeks from center point off the back glass. McGuffin to Kybus. Puck worked up ice where Hale and Weeks got tied up, cutting through the slot. Brady Burke steers it beyond the reach of Nick Kataya, whose 24th goal of the season stands as the go-ahead right now. .6:51 to go. D-zone face-off for the Blue Hens. They win it and they clear. Got tripped up pursuing the puck. And we've got a puck out of play. Diaz in for the draw across from Kataya. And the Flashes will steady. The long clear from McGuffin touched the Delaware stick. Looked like it was Diaz at center, so no icing. And Berg works this ahead to Warner the old-fashioned way. Warner up the dots, drop past Diaz, trailing the play low. Off the cross slot, set up top of the left circle. Shot was blocked. And the follow-up coming from Berg is caught and held by Mr. Matthew Weiss with 6 minutes and 10 seconds to go in this 3-2 hockey game. Kent State clinging to the lead, and the heroics of Matthew Weiss proving all the difference here in the third period. Berg held the point. Puck taken away by Norton, but Moore stayed with the play. And gained a little bit more territory for the Blue Hens as we enter the final 6 minutes. Warner tried to feed to Mahoney. That pass intercepted by J.J. Creighton. He's in a 1-on-2. Creighton, cross-ice feed to Bianchin, who came in late. But he bobbled the puck at the top of the near circle, and here's Mahoney coming back the other direction. Tanner Mahoney trying to cut to the slot. Stood up just inside the dot. Golden Flashes clear. Keller back to recover. Here's Moore off the pads. Boyd follow-up shot. No, sir. Once again, says Matthew Weiss. Two rapid-fire saves from Weiss just now. The face-off came to his right, and Kent State worked back into the Delaware zone. And they'll have a little bit of extra breathing room here with 5:02 to go. As John Zadunkowicz rings Finn Boyd up on a cross-check. So Boyd heads off for the cross-check. And the Blue Hens are back on the PK. The Delaware penalty was assessed to number 7, Finn Boyd. 2 minutes for cross-checking. Time of the penalty, 14 minutes, 58 seconds in the third period. Boyd, 2 for cross-checking at 14:58. Avellino behind the net to Bianchin. Kataya leaves this to Storty at the right point. 4.5 minutes to go. The Storty shot was blocked by Enfanger. Nick Kataya back behind his own goal. We'll wait with 4:12 to go. Kataya came barreling in. Diaz presses play back to the neutral zone. And Steve Cannon signals. Thought we had a hand pass there, but it's worse than that. Kybus off for a high stick. So we're 4 aside for the next 54 seconds. The Kent State penalty was assessed to number 20, Cornell Kybus, 2 minutes for high sticking. Time of the penalty, 16 minutes, 4 seconds in the third period. Kybus, 2 for high sticking at 16:04. .200 seconds to go. Kent State with a 3-2 lead over Delaware. That shot coming from Thomas Weeks at the top of the left circle was batted away by Matthew Weiss. Good for save number 39. Delaware Sports Medicine power play for the next almost minute for the Blue Hens. And time is running short for the home team tonight. Berg, Mahoney. Drop pass to Danny Berg. Mahoney plays it back up to the right point, and Berg. Cross ice feed. Back to Berg it comes. Vecchio looks shot. He got that one through traffic. But again, Weiss with the last word. 2:16 to go. Bobbling at center was Berg. Pressed back to his own line by TJ Avellino. Snellenberg breaking for the bench. And the extra attacker is on with 2 minutes to go. And this will be an icing. Minute 45 remaining. And Delaware is going to take their timeout, so too will we. Here on the Delaware Hockey Network.
Recovery from an injury on the job or in a car accident can be overwhelming. The expert team at the law office of Heather A. Long can carefully explain your options and advocate for you through the process of claims, proceedings, and settlements. To schedule your free consultation today, call the law office of Heather A. Long at 302-466-5664 or visit injuryde.com. Modern media is everyone shouting for attention and no one hearing a thing. Broadcast to social, print to digital, 412 Communications has the solution to get you heard. Want to know more? Visit 412communications.com today.
Minute 45 to go. Snellenberg has taken to the bench in favor of an extra attacker. Mahoney, Vecchio, Diaz, Bajsadecki, Berg, and Weeks. Puck is down. Here we go. Deep stretch in Delaware. Kybus aiming for the empty net, and he scores. So Cornell Kybus lighting the lamp for Kent State with his 16th of the year. This coming at 18:26 in the third period. Snellenberg back in net as this now stands a 4-2 hockey game. The Kent State goal, 16th of the season, scored by number 20, Cornell Kybus. Time of the empty net goal, 18 minutes, 26 seconds in the third period. Kybus' 16th, an empty net goal at 18:26. And the net is once again empty on the Delaware side of the rink.
1 minute remaining in the period. 1 minute.
Final minute upon us. With Warner holding the line. Mahoney's shot caught up in heavy net front traffic. Creighton doing well to control that low slot area for Kent State. The Golden Flash is clear, and this will be another icing. .33 seconds to go. And it looks as though Kent State are going to use their timeout. Timeout, Kent State. Your Blue Hens are back on home ice one last time in 2025. Taking on the Golden Flashes of Kent State University again tomorrow. Game time, 5:30 p.m. Tickets available at udelhockey.com. 33 seconds remaining. Six attackers on still for Delaware. Trying to salvage something here in the waning moments of the contest. Berg with a hard shot. Steered wide once again by Weiss, whose 42 saves have certainly been the difference maker tonight. Final five, Gott. Shot was wide, sticked away, and that will do it from Fred Rust Arena. Tonight's final score, Kent State University Golden Flashes 4, Delaware Blue Hens 2. Final shots on goal, Kent State 24, Delaware 45. Fans, it's time for the Sid's Barbecue and Jerky 3 stars of the game. Tonight's third star with a power play goal for Delaware, number 29, Leighton Bajsadecki. Tonight's number 2 star with the go-ahead goal for Kent State, his 24th of the season, number 27, Nick Kataya. And the number 1 star of tonight's game with 43 saves for Kent State, number 30, Matthew Weiss. And that will do it for us for the first half. of our DHN doubleheader tonight. Coming up in 20 minutes' time, the Delaware Blue Hens men's Division II team taking on Penn State for the first half of their weekend set. Communal prayer between the teams at center ice to conclude the game, a growing tradition and one we love to see. As we take you back at the highlights of this Kent State win. Nick Kataya's 24th goal of the season, putting the Golden Flashes up. Some stellar net minding all night long from Matthew Weiss there, one of his 10-bell saves. And the empty netter from Cornell Kybus with 94 seconds to go, putting a bow on a 4-2 win for the Golden Flashes over Delaware. They'll do it all again tomorrow at 5:30.